demo.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna start with a veggie kebab. So we have some peppers, cucumbers, tomato, and we also have cheese to add. If you leave the cheese off, you're lactose intolerant, which a lot of people are. So peppers, how to cut the peppers, it's already prepped for us.
Courtesy of Kathy.
Yes,
Alright.
thank you, Dr. Porter. So a lot of people cut peppers different ways. Everyone has their own specific way. The way I do it is I cut out the top. You could use a chef's knife, whatever works for you. Cut out the top and then cut the pepper straight in half. I wish I had the pepper here so I could show you guys. But and then try to get out the seeds. I mean, that's the most difficult part. I mean, if you have kids at home, you could say, get all the seeds out for me, please. You know, that's always an option. But yeah, then you chunk it in however big of pieces you like. If you have maybe kids at home, you can put it in smaller pieces so they can eat it. If you like big pieces, big as you want.
Really like a great source of vitamin A, and there's like, you know how there's so many colors? It's great for kids, especially when, you know, a lot of kids, they like colorful things. So there's red, green, orange, yellow, just a whole variety of it. And a little fun fact, they are best grown in June and July. And there's actually two different species of peppers, which people don't really know about. One of them's females, one of them male.
Oh,
The females are the ones that are sweet and better to eat raw, while the male ones are the ones that are easy to cook. And so they have like 4 little bulbs. That's the male one. You know, when you look at the bottom, those are the 4 little bulbs. And then you turn it around, other one's female. Just a little fact.
And then we have some cucumber. There is seeded and unseeded or seedless cucumbers. We are using the seedless cucumbers. You want to just make sure you chop them thick enough so they're not flimsy on the stick, so they hold their shape. That one's pretty self-explanatory. You just cut it in whatever size chunks you like. Make sure you wash it. We have everything pre-washed for us here today. Yeah, do you have any fun facts?
Yeah, they're great sources of fiber as well. Fun fact is that she used to not like vegetables.
Yeah.
And now she's become a cucumber fanatic. She told me that she just started like randomly just biting cucumbers off the thing. Which I love to do too. It actually has a lot of source of water as well. So when kids, you know, we also get a little dehydrated, you have kids, you run around, you forget things, you eat the cucumbers, and it's actually a great source of water.
And then we have the cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes, whatever you like to call them. Those we just simply wash, put on the stem. If you want to use different tomatoes, you could always cut them, put them on the kebab, whatever you guys like. Yeah, anything about tomatoes?
So there are a million types of tomatoes. There's the heirlooms, you know, the Roma plums. These are cherries. There's yellow, purple, black, a million types of tomatoes. My mom loves gardening. She just grows tomatoes, and she's a little weird. She loves to just grow tomatoes and only tomatoes for some reason, but you know, I love her anyways, and I'll eat the tomatoes to make her happy. And there's so many things that you can do with tomatoes. You know, tomato juice is a great source of vitamin A as well, especially if you don't like the seed texture, which I know texture is a big thing for a lot of people. Tomato juice is really sweet. I personally just love drinking it, and it clears your skin completely. So if you're into dermatology or anything like that, that really helps a lot.
Okay, and next we're gonna cut the cheese. As you can see, we cut them in little chunks here, and if you like bigger chunks, go ahead and cut it in huge chunks. I mean, we're just gonna cube them, like
An inch.
Yeah, and you can get a block of cheese if you want to do a bigger quantity, or cheese sticks are super easy because you just have to chop them right along. And then to start assembling the kebabs, unless you have some fun facts about cheese.
You know, they're a great source of calcium, honestly. There's a million types of cheeses. There's cheddar. I have mozzarella on this side.
your phone ringing.
It's better for my opinion, it's better to have cube cheese, so it's easier to stick through the stick. But you can use anything you want, really. It's just a great source of calcium. But just to make sure, don't eat too much cheese. Because saturated fats, we don't want to get a little bit chunky.
Okay, so now we're gonna assemble the kebab. You can really do it any way you want. We did a couple different ways.
Help yourselves, by the way. There's napkins and there's plates, which I'm really scared that's gonna fly away. So.
And see, you could really do it if you like a lot of cheese, put lots of cheese on there. If you like peppers, put tons of peppers. You know, whatever your personal preference is, you could do it any way at home. You could even substitute out some fun vegetables, like you could do zucchini. I know I love zucchini, cauliflower, and like the more colors, the better. Like you really can get a bunch of different nutrients from that.
tomato. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
Oh,
That's
no.
debatable. They say everything with a seed is a vegetable. No, a fruit. But then if you think about it, every vegetable has a seed, so I wouldn't know what to classify it as. But personally, I say fruit. What about you? What about you? What do you think?
I say fruit. I say fruit.
Fruit? What does anyone else think?
So
Fruit or vegetable?
Botanically, it's a fruit. So when you look, if you're really into plants and you know botanically, just like a pepper is a fruit of the vine or a squash or a pumpkin. So yep, they're fruits. But in our food recipes, because they're not as sweet, even though some, of course, are getting sweeter and sweeter, we consider them vegetables. And years ago, like over 100 years ago, they used to be taxed according to how, if they were more luxury, like sweet things. So then, if they decided not to tax them and consider them a vegetable. But you're right either way. We use them as vegetables because they're not as sweet as fruit. But if you're into plants and how they grow, they are absolutely a fruit of the tomato vine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Little side note, just make sure you don't stab yourself, making the
right?
Be a little careful.
And also, if you use like smaller chunks of cheese, sometimes they will break apart. But that happened to me a couple times when I was making those. But just grab another piece of cheese.
Well, thank you.
Good.